chair recognizes Representative Faris. Members, Representative Faris has a proclamation with guests on the floor. Would you give him some time? Mr. Faris.
Speaker, point of personal privilege. First, would like to introduce some guests on the floor here. We have some esteemed colleagues, if they could please rise, some esteemed colleagues from the country of Azerbaijan with us.
Welcome.
Interestingly, Azerbaijan shares our initials, and they also have a great interest in improving their relationship with Arizona and a number of areas of commerce. So we're very excited to have them here today. Now I have two guests here, Nasimi Aghayev and Farid Musayev. I'd like to give a background on Nasimi. On April 10th, 2012, President Ilham Aliyev of the Republic of Azerbaijan appointed Nasimi as Consul General of Azerbaijan in Los Angeles with a consular district that includes California and 12 other Western states. Prior to Los Angeles, the Consul General served as the Counselor for Political and Public Affairs at Azerbaijan's embassy in Washington, D.C., joining Azerbaijan's diplomatic service in 1999. The Consul General also served at the country's embassies in Austria, Germany, as well as the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Baku. In 2009, the Consul General was a visiting scholar at the Canadian Monk School of Global Affairs in Toronto. The Consul General holds a Masters of European Law from the Europa Institute of Saarland University, Germany, a BA and MA degrees in International Relations from Baku State University. By the way, Baku is the capital of Azerbaijan. He was also trained at the Vienna Diplomatic Academy in Austria. His book, Humanitarian Intervention and Volkerek, I hope I'm saying that right, Der NATO Einsatz im Kosovo, you're killing me, by the way, was published in Berlin in 2007. He's fluent in English, French, German, Russian, Spanish, and Turkish, and apparently I'm having trouble with just English today. The Consul General holds the diplomatic rank of Envoy Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of First Class. Will you please join me in welcoming our guest today?
Mr. Faris, I think you have a proclamation.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, I
Please
move
proceed.
that the House Resolution 2006 be unanimously adopted.
Technical difficulties, one moment.
I gotta get going to the Senate.
Hey, John.
It's small. It's 2 pages. Want me to read it?
Mr. Chairman.
Sorry, I had the schedule out of order, Mr. Faris. It's my fault. Without objection, the House refer to the order of business. Business on the Speaker's desk. House Resolution 2006, Republic of Azerbaijan Strategic Partnership. Members, without objection, first and second readings of House H.R. 2006 will be waived, and the resolution will be placed in third reading of bills for today. Third reading of bills, Mr. Faris.
Whereas the Republic of Azerbaijan is a strategic partner of the United States of America and strategically important South Caucasus region bordering Iran and Russia, federations, and Central Asia. And whereas the United States of America and the Republic of Azerbaijan established diplomatic relations on February 28, 1992, and whereas through the efforts of their Consulate General, the Republic of Azerbaijan attaches great importance to expanding its multifaceted relationships with Arizona in such fields as trade, investment, culture, and education. And whereas the United States and Arizona support independence, sovereignty, and territorial integrity of the Republic of Azerbaijan, and whereas over the past 20 years, the United States of America and the Republic of Azerbaijan expanded their partnership and developed multifaceted cooperation on issues ranging from energy security to the fight against international terrorism to efforts against drug and human trafficking, to non-proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, and whereas the United States Secretary of State stated on June 3rd, 2013, that Azerbaijan has been an important partner in Afghanistan and ISAF, and equally important with respect to the northern distribution route, but also the southern gas line and other issues that are of great importance to us, unquote. And whereas over the past decade, the Republic of Azerbaijan has succeeded in rebuilding its economy, tripling its gross domestic product, and becoming a rapidly developing member of the global economy, accounting for 80% of the GDP of the South Caucasus region. The Republic of Azerbaijan is the United States' biggest trade partner in the South Caucasus. And whereas the Republic of Azerbaijan initiated a number of strategically important trans-regional energy and transportational projects like the Baku-Tbilisi-Sayan oil pipeline, the Baku-Tbilisi-Izirum gas pipeline, and the Baku-Tbilisi-Kars Railway, which contributes to the prosperity of both the Republic of Azerbaijan and some of our regional allies, including Turkey and Georgia. And whereas despite the positive developments in the Republic of Azerbaijan has been experiencing persistent, protracted conflicts in the South Caucasus, including the Armenian-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict, which continues to threaten regional peace and stability and impede further development of regional cooperation for the benefit of all three countries of the South Caucasus. And whereas on November 2nd, 2008, the Republic of Azerbaijan, the Republic of Armenia, and the Russian Federation adopted a joint declaration in which they stated that the political settlement of the conflict on the basis of international law will create federal conditions for economic development and comprehensive cooperation in the region. And whereas the United States of America, France, and Russian Federation are co-chairs of the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, Minsk Group, tasked to facilitate negotiations between the Republic of Armenia and the Republic of Azerbaijan toward a political settlement of the conflict based on the principles and norms of international law and the decisions and documents adopted by the Organization for Security and Cooperation and the applicable United Nations Security Council resolutions. And whereas the international community, including the OSCE Minsk Group co-chair countries, stated on a number of occasions that they support the territorial integrity of the Republic of Azerbaijan and do not recognize Nagorno-Karabakh as an independent entity. And whereas the United Nations Security Council, in its resolution 822, 853, 874, and 884, and the international community, including NATO, the United Nations, and Organization of Islamic Cooperation, and the non-alignment movement reaffirmed support for the sovereignty and territorial integrity of the Republic of Azerbaijan. And whereas the resolutions of the Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict will bring relief to hundreds of thousands of Azerbaijani refugees who have been displaced because of this conflict, therefore, be it resolved by the House of Representatives of the State of Arizona that the members of the House of Representatives support the strategic partnership between the United States and the Republic of Azerbaijan, and that the members of the House of Representatives support the reinvigoration of United States efforts aimed at a swift and just political settlement of the Armenia-Azerbaijan Nagorno-Karabakh conflict.
Thank you. Without objection, the resolution is unanimously adopted. Mr. Faris, would you move the resolution? Should have a...
Mr. Speaker, I move that the House Resolution 2006 be unanimously adopted.
Thank you, members. Without objection, unanimously adopted. The signed in open session. The clerk's instructed. Record the action of the House. Convey the resolution to the Secretary of State. Congratulations. Welcome our dear friends from Azerbaijan. Thank you. The chair recognizes Representative Gallego.
Mr. Speaker, I rise for a point of personal privilege, recognition of friends on the floor. Mr. Speaker, I also like to talk a little bit about one more thing about Azerbaijan, a little known fact, but they were actually our allies also during the, have been our allies for our last 2 wars, both in Iraq and Afghanistan. As a matter of fact, I was a beneficiary of Azerbaijani troops. They were actually the guards at my base when I was in Iraq. They guarded the base I lived on for 7 years. Oh, 7 months. Whew, that would have been a long war. For 7 months. And were very, very, very good and effective at defending the base. And we were actually under consistent attack from Al-Qaeda elements and other terroristic elements. So I think we should, besides the trade partnership, we do have a long and fruitful military partnership that has been going through Iraq and Afghanistan into the future. So I'd like to thank him for that, too. Thank you.
Thank you, Representative Aghayev.